Hey folks, it's Jeremy MYG here, back with more Pixel Heroes Global content. We have a new patch that is dropped, and in excitement, I've decided to just get my live reaction of this new content and see what it's all about. To start, I'm wearing a hat, since our favorite non human character was recently released in Global. I've decided to don my little bear hat. I know he's not a bear, but go with it. So, we're here. We had a new patch. So, let's see what the patch is all about. So, down here we have a new update. We have Samurai Souls in the game now. So, every time you enlist, you will gain one soul power. The more soul power points you accumulate, the more extravagant the rewards you can obtain. Once all rewards have been reached within a round, you can start to stack up these rounds to unlock high tier based on the rounds you've completed. A little tough to read sometimes, but it's okay. Also, soul power points will continue to build up even if they surpass what's required for the highest reward. They will keep accumulating until all rewards are redeemed. After that, the amount of the highest soul power needed for the round will be deducted and the rewards will be updated. Whenever a batch summon of 10 is performed, you are guaranteed to receive either one piece of red samurai souls or one complete samurai souls. If you summon a samurai that you already possess, they will turn into equivalent pieces for the samurai souls. Once you have garnered samurai privilege, you can stipulate your own desired samurai in the wishes. The desired samurai will have a boosted chance of being obtained. The overall likelihood of obtaining a samurai of the same grade remains unchanged. Cool. So Samurai Souls. So on the Sanctum tab, Samurai Souls is now an option. Oh, well that it's very pixelated. I like that. Very cool. Long time no see, God Perceiver. Just a few months ago we heard of your awakening, and yet here you are today, stepping into the Temple of the Fallen. What is the Temple of the Fallen? Also, who are you? How come it feels like we've met somewhere before? Just as the goddess predicted, you're having trouble remembering the past. Here, in the heart of the Temple of the Fallen, you stand before a holy monument, a place where one communes with the samurai souls to command them at will. It seems you've forgotten what samurai souls even are, not to mention who I am. I am known as Scarlet, a princess from a distant realm. Having given my life for my kingdom, it is your summoning that allows me to resurrect with divine power, serving by your side in the form of a samurai souls, as do other samurai souls. That explains the sense of familiarity I felt upon first entering the temple. With the temporal aid of the goddess, I initiate my return to the temple to guide you in repossessing its control. If you desire to summon samurai souls anew, follow me to the sacred monument. So now we're going to summon samurais. So click on recruit. There's a chance to acquire a samurai soul and its associated training items. After obtaining the samurai soul, you can go to the samurai soul page to fuse it. When the Samurai Souls fragments meet the conditions to be fused, you can enter the Samurai Souls page and start the fusion. These are cute. The Samurai Soul you fuse can be brought into battle to fight alongside you. So now we're going to go back. Obtaining a Samurai Soul triggers the activation of its corresponding Soul Pact. Whoa, this is intense. Soul Pact allows the Samurai Soul to understand the Pact Seal, gain powerful attribute bonuses, or even acquire extra skills. With the increase of star level in Samurai Souls, more seal slots will be unlocked. Use Soul Pact to gain an understanding of one contract imprint, which will be randomly placed in one of your unlocked seal slots. Replace the recently unlocked seal for equipment, discard to salvage it into Soul Essence. Cool. The enhancement of Soul Essence can bolster your soul power. Oh geez, here we go. The odds of extracting superior quality seals increase as the level of soul power ascends. I am delighted to see you again, and rest assured that other souls are also awaiting your summons. Cool. So, if anyone knows about attributes or talents in certain games, when you do this leveling system, the stronger it gets, the higher percent you have of getting the stronger ones, and then the weaker ones go away. So common will eventually disappear, but right now we're sitting at 80% common, 15% uncommon, and 5% superior. The next level, the common percent goes down, but acclimates to uncommon, superior, and then excellent. And that will continue going forward. Also, it does require time to upgrade, so you're going to need a little bit of time management here. There's also packed bundles, so you can just buy stuff outright. Not going to do that. There are samurai skills. One of them's not translated, but the other ones are there. So if you're curious about the samurai soul skills, you can review that. I currently have attack and resist critical. That was just what randomly was given to me. That's totally fine. And then I can unlock more slots by spending these points. So now we have crit rate increase. Sure. We also can have... Oh, attack percent. That's a very good one. It's low, but it's something. Dodge percent. That's even better. And defense damage reduction plus hit rate. And last but not least, oh, we got a stronger one. So this time we acquired one that has a stronger rate or higher tier. There we go. So now common to uncommon, but it's in the same position as one we had before. So more health, but a different attribute. So in this case, instead of crit rate, we have crit damage reduction. I'll just replace it just to see. And then we'll salvage it for 30 essence. So you need those essences to upgrade. Cool beans. We talked about souls. So we're going to need to get shards to create these specific people. Let's see. There's 2 here, 4, 6, 8. There are 8 total. There's also a catalog, just like everything else. So Scarlet and Kawi are together. Phantom Samurai Red Dragon are together. Death Knight and Alien Moon are together. And finally, Earthquake and Mystic Dark are together. You can see the corresponding bonuses. So attack percent, physical damage reduction, HP percent, physical damage bonus, attack percent, magic damage reduction, and HP percent and magic damage bonus. So obviously you want to get all of them. Yay. There's a new event. So we have to pull souls, unlock soul packs, and that's going to help us with the first day. You can also get double rewards by paying. Maybe I'll pay for it. We'll see. But really, this is very similar to other aspects. So there's a privilege which will allow you to get more stuff, obviously. But also, there's a number in the top right here. And what's important about that is if you think about the realm training, it does have a rate going up the more that you perform the summons. For now, I'm just going to do these summons themselves, and we'll see what happens from there. So we'll just summon this. So we've got some shards. We've got some tickets to enhance updating, and then we've got shards for each of these. I'm sure we're going to need, I think, 50 of each. So that's it. So I did all my pulls, but now I need to activate Soul Pact. So of course I'd have to go back to the Pact and then perform the unlocks. But before I do that, I actually can do the upgrade. That way I can get better stuff. So we do the upgrade. Oh look, we have 47 tickets. So we need to speed it up. And then looking at the upgrades here, common is going down again, uncommon goes up, superior goes up, and then excellent goes up. But you'll notice that the very rare ones go up by a marginal amount. So excellence only going up to 2.5%. That's totally fine. All right, so now we can just do some more. So we've got a conflicting slot once again, but now we have physical damage bonus, which I think is pretty nice. So I'll go ahead and replace it, and we'll salvage. Do the same thing. We're looking for the top left icon. This one is just flat out better, so I'll go ahead and equip it. Position 3. So now we have a new thing, which is really interesting. So I wasn't even reading it before, and that's my apologies. They actually have an effect associated with them. So this one has Ritual of Heart Piercing through Blood heroes of the Assault or Magic class have a 30% chance of afflicting their targets with bleeding following a normal attack. This lower one gives me Sanctuary damage resistance, which is really good. It also does defense or support class heroes have a 20% chance of self-assigning a buffer that represents a shield of 50% of their attack, active for one turn at the completion of each of their actions. That sounds incredibly good. So we do have to pay attention to the effects as well, which is tough, I guess I'll say. But maybe we can stack the same effects at once, and then that'll give us something really nice. So here, we got a new slot, position 6. Damage against magic, which no one's using right now. But Plague comes. Assault or Magic class heroes have a 30% chance of appending Plague to their target following a normal attack. Cool beans. My Samurai Soul is level 3. I don't know what that means, but I think it means we can unlock these different class effects, maybe? I'm not entirely sure what that means. I'll probably ask my friends in the Discord about it. But in positive news, we only have to do this 4 more times. I don't think I'm getting that done today. However, I'm going to use the rest of these summons just to see what's up. So no skill here. This time we've got attack and hit rate, which I think is very nice. I don't want someone to dodge me ever, so we'll just go ahead and salvage that. And then one more. Whoa, okay. So now we have Darken damage resistance and critical damage reduction. So Darken is probably the most common attacker right now. This is actually really good. It's tough because people will use like Guna, Ball, Teresa. That's 3 dark. But then you have Gemini, Gil, Valkyrie, Kronos, Azure Phoenix. That's already 5. So it's probably better to stick with Sanctuary damage reduction. Yeah, we'll keep it. Even though it's rated higher, I'm still going to salvage. And there you go. So that's this part. Oh, look. You can buy a whole set of stuff. No thanks. So what I'm going to do as well is we're going to go into Endless Sea, because there's also the Temple of the Fallen, and I put the icon in the video. So let's look at this as well. This is the Temple of the Fallen, spread throughout our corrupted mirrors of the Executor. Eliminate these mirrors to acquire the Soul Pact, which is needed to understand the seal. Monsters are classified as fallen magic soldiers and guardians. Every day at midnight, 3 magic soldiers are regenerated with a maximum storage limit of 6. On the other hand, 13 guardians are regenerated every week, and the higher the grade, the greater the rewards obtained. Click to quickly jump to the corresponding guardian. Complete bounties by eliminating magic soldiers or guardians to claim rewards. So there are bounties here. Completion of bounty tasks grant flame medals and boost activation. Maintaining a high level of activation is the key to consistently acquiring Samurai Soul fragments. Go challenge the guardians to complete the bounty tasks. Sure. Can I fight all of them? That's the question. What if I sweep? What happens if I sweep it? Oh, I see. So this is like the assistant that we have. Let's take a quick look here first and see what's going on. Like, do I want to make Nightmare Guardians, or do I want to make Fallen Magic Soldiers? That's the question. There is a battle pass here, which is cool. Bounties. Defeat 15 magic soldiers every week. Defeat 8 elite or higher monsters weekly. Accumulate defeating 3 nightmare monsters weekly. And accumulate defeating 16 monsters weekly. We also have a history. There's also a shop. Okay. So you can just outright buy shards, which is pretty cool. The Divine Blessing leaves a weakening ticket, which can be used to weaken the monsters. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So we have a new shop too. Okay, so let's take on... I'm assuming Nightmare is the hardest? Activate samurai privilege to receive extra rewards. What do you mean? The Shiraho Wish function will be activated, increasing your daily Shiraho card draws by 30. It's fine. So I don't have any cards right now, which is fine. We'll just attack them. A level 5. Wow. So they have a level 5 Mystic. That's pretty tough. Anyway, we won. Poof, you're gone. It looks like nothing really happened. So now I'm just going to fast forward this so we can see the rest of the content. What I'm curious about is the refresh. Can I refresh it to a higher quality? But first, we have Battle Demon Pass. We can claim these. And then Bounty. We've already got one of the bounties done. Cool. So there's a Nightmare Bounty, there's an Elite Bounty. However, you get points for the Elite Bounty by completing the Nightmare Bounty. So I think the idea here is to refresh into a higher amount. After refreshing, the difficulty of the enemy can be reset. Free remaining attempts this week is 5. So I refreshed it, it became Elite. That's cool. That's a Nightmare. That's a Nightmare. Okay, so that's helpful. We can just refresh them to make them higher quality, which will give us better rewards. Also, I noticed we can't refresh the bottom tier. So these ones right here, the Fallen Magic Soldiers, we can't refresh those. So I think better to just take them out. And then I see the gamble of, well, there's this many outside units, so let's go ahead and refresh them, find the Nightmare versions, so we can advance ourselves much more quickly. Yeah, because this is 141, 210, 150. However, if I refresh it, I might get a Nightmare, maybe. Yeah. So it's about 25% more, which is pretty nice. Let's see how much it costs to do a refresh. There are 35 resets left. Oh, wow, this team is good. It's got Gil, it has White Star, it has Valkyrie. Wow, I did not expect them to have legitimate teams in this. Oh, look! This team, well, she's not in the team, thankfully, but the the enlightened hero, the bear, is the icon for this team, and I'm like, no way we're fighting her already, but we're not. False alarm. I got scared for a second. So keep in mind that the icon for the hero doesn't note what team they have. And thankfully, because some of them would be really awful to fight against. Anyway, I'm just going to try to refresh this, clear out all the nightmares, and then go back to do the rest of the summons. Okay. You know, if I only have one that's not Nightmare, I think I'd be okay with that. There we go. So now they're all defeated. I don't know what that does, but I did it. Cool. So all that's done. Hooray. I guess that's it. So now I can use these points to buy whatever these units are. I'll look up and see which ones I need to worry about, but I would definitely buy these with the currency that we just obtained. So now we're going back to Samurai Souls. We're going to the Pact. And now there's 4,600 that we can summon with. Love that. So it's going to take a little bit of management. Not the end of the world. But really, I just wanted to show a couple of levels and pretty much introduce my first impressions. I don't think this is... Oh. I don't think this is difficult. I think it's just more about time management. But difficult is more like whether or not we suffer from having to plan. I think this one might be a little calmer. Damage against support is nice. I'm just going to replace it because it's a higher quality. Now we have Samurai Soul level 4. Cool for us, I guess. And now we can recruit? Oh, I see. So we did all of the tasks for day 1. Woo! Alright! But yeah. Looks pretty straightforward. Yeah. So all I'm going to do is unlock more Samurai Soul stuff, then boost the level, and then keep that going. That feels like the beginning, but over time there's going to be a lot more planning with inserting the Samurai Souls and all that. Hopefully this gives you a good first impression of what the experience is like. I think I was told that the level requirement is 150 in order to unlock it as a player. I'm not sure, but I think that will be a good introduction to this feature. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more content around it once things start unlocking. If you look at mine, I can't even insert the stuff because I don't have these available, but it just means there's going to be more customization because you're going to want to place things in all of the slots. Probably some decision making to make later on. Well, that'll do it. Thanks so much for joining me on this live reaction to the new feature in Pixel Heroes Global. Please like the video. Comment your thoughts. How do you feel about the new feature? Please subscribe for more content. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.